Are you telling yourself the truth? That is what we're going to talk about today as we are delving deeper into the truth of our nature as conscious creators. Welcome to the Spiritual Stretch channel, where we go deep into our truths to uncover and live in the promise of fulfillment, wholeness, and prosperity. So, when you are at the space and time of your ascension journey where you start to feel quite uncomfortable quite many times, it feels like that this ride just won't give up, and limiting beliefs that you have already released, it seems like there is a much deeper version of it, and it's just uncomfortable physically, mentally, emotionally. And when I say uncomfortable, this can go pretty deep. For some people, a lot of physical pain also. So I'm going to share with you three things that will help navigate this area. So first and foremost is you cannot lie to yourself anymore. Okay, walking in truth doesn't just mean that I tell everybody all the things that I have done that I feel shameful about. It's not just opening up those painful places, which those are very important to anything and everything that you used to carry in your system that had those lower resonances of shame and fear and guilt and those things. But in this space, you also have now, as you keep ascending, self responsibility to keep walking in truth, which means that you keep choosing that which is your divine guidance, that which is your highest benefit, moment by moment. You keep stepping onto your higher version timeline moment by moment. And many times, what happens here, what causes so much pain and this feeling of being stuck and being backed up, is that people will step into the higher plane and say, yeah, this is who I am. And then after that, they take an action from how they used to in their older version. So then that just reiterates the older version again. And so you are in between these two spaces, and it's almost like you cannot stand yourself in a way that you just can't progress. You keep going back and forth, back and forth. So coming into that space of being really honest with yourself. And I found that journaling and movement is very helpful with this. Both of those are embodiment practices. When you're journaling, you're putting your mind through your body and creating actually writing with your own hands the letters. It is therapeutic. It helps. Also physical movement. So the way I perceive these frequencies is well, our body being the densest, it seems like that there's slower movement, slower energetic movement in the body. So I create space by either tapping on myself. So this is where EFT is coming from, but I tap it on bigger body parts. Usually where I feel heaviness, many times it is my stomach, many times it's the lower belly, sometimes it's the upper heart area. And I do rhythmic tapping. It's almost like that little, like pounding within myself creates more space and energy to go through. Also rhythmic walking. So help your embodiment to release those discomforts, those stories that you used to tell yourself that you're not believing anymore, but sometimes falling into it, and then sometimes you want to self-sabotage because, oh, this is just a little thing. Okay, you, you can't operate in the space of truth when you're not telling yourself the truth. It's just how it is. So those habits that you really know don't serve you anymore, they've got to go. It's just, or you can't go further, or it's going to keep ripping you apart, or it's going to come back much bigger. Okay, so we are, this is not just a game, you know, this is our lives. This is for each and every one of you who's watching, this is your individual life and the ripple effect of that, which is your family, your loved ones, your friends, your, you know, humanity. So next that I want to talk about is the embodiment. So not just tapping when you feel like it, but actually start moving your body from the version that you're choosing yourself to be, from your higher version. How does your body move? You know, you may have heard this before, you know, walk with your head high. And what I say is go beyond that of walking your head high. The idea isn't just to put your head up. Anybody can do any movement. It's go deep within inside you and feel, if I were this higher version of myself, how would I walk? And allow your internal guidance, allow your spirit to come in and move your head up, that is supported by the frequencies of knowing who you are. Because then, when you hold your head up, nobody can knock it down. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You know why you're holding your head up. You know why your spine is erect. You know why your walk is brisk. You know how you carry your shoulders in the way you're walking in balance, the way you sway your hips. Okay? So allow that to come from within and then express that through the body. So now you're connecting your essence into your body, the new essence, the new way of being, the new identity. Okay? And then the third one is remember this. That's what this is. Remember. Remember that you can't lie to yourself. Remember to be truthful to yourself. Remember to keep the embodiment in movement. To move your body multiple times. Use your body. Your body is in the present moment. Your body is preparing itself. Your cells, your muscles, your whole structure is preparing for a bigger birth than ever before. We are bringing into the consciousness new communication and business structures for humanity. So believe that God knows better than you and allow that to come through. It will make your life so much easier. So remember and believe this. That's if you don't believe it, you can only go along so far and then you'll fall off of it. You're gonna get distracted very easy. And I've seen people who are frustrated in going back over and over and over because they get high on this excitement, and then there is no repetition, there's no follow-up, and the opposition gets in there and they even forget what, where, what, like the goal just simply dissolves from their focus. So believe that this is who you are, the new version, and remind yourself as many times as you need to. You know, remind yourself by reading yourself the description that you have written of who you are, who this highest version is, what is it that you do. Okay? Because ultimately it is your belief about yourself that will keep changing until you get to the point where there's no more effort. You just simply are this newer version of you. The universe has rearranged around you where that's just how the connections now, that's just how they are. Your finances, that's how it is. Your expression, that's how it is. So allow this to unfold in ease. Believe that this can be done in ease. I'm not saying don't do anything. What I'm saying is don't effort it, don't force it, let it, and then it flows beautifully. So if you feel that you would like support in your journey, what I offer in My coherence 33, inner awareness, is an internal, a spiritual fitness training. We entrain your physical body, your soul space, and your spirit space to be in a coherent alignment where your resilience just strengthens, and you have the strength, you have the know-how, you have the grit, the persistence to stay in the higher resonance, to be able to walk in the higher resonance, and your body feeling comfortable in the higher resonance. So you are creating your life from there. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description, and I welcome you there. And if you have any questions, comments, reflection, I welcome those as well. So I thank you, my friends, and I will see you next time.